All right, I'm sitting outside the gym, about to go inside and work out, drinking some gross pre-workout. Actually, it's pretty good. But I was thinking about profitability and in trading, and I wanted to post something about it. I've been trading for about 10 years, unprofitable. Um, I started out with trading stocks, as most of you probably did too. Realize, with a small amount of capital, you're not really gonna get anywhere very quickly. You need more money or leverage, which I found out. And then that leads me to I went to stock options, and I didn't have much luck with stock options then. I didn't really understand what I was doing. I didn't have a strategy. I was floating around everywhere, basically just gambling at that point. And then I went from that into Forex. And Forex, I started to learn some like semblance of a strategy as far as like trend lines and just simple stuff like that, support and resistance. But honestly, I still didn't have. I didn't understand risk to reward. I didn't understand that. I didn't understand, basically how much risk you should be taking based off your account size. Like how I would just full port everything. And for those of you that don't know what full port means, it means that I would basically leverage my entire portfolio, my whole account. Hang on. Yeah, didn't understand any of those things. I didn't have anybody in my family or life that knew anything about the. I don't want to say stock market because I don't even trade the stock market really anymore. But just trading in general, no one knew anything about trading. No one traded or had really any idea of like what it meant to trade and the difference between an investment and trading and all that. But so needless to say, I started out with nothing, zero help, zero clue. I can't remember exactly how I found trading, like day trading, but when I found it, I'm sure it was through some just wildly ridiculous lifestyle video. But when I found it, though, it stood out to me because I realized there's a possibility to make a living doing it. And I have a full time job right now that I'm still in, but I do have a dream to make trading full time still. But to continue on, yeah. So I didn't really have any idea. No one taught me. No one to mentor me. No one to correct me to cut basically all of that wasted time out of strategy hopping and over leveraging, over risking, all the emotions of losing. Man, I really wish I had someone to just kind of like walk me through all of it and make sure, so that I wasn't just wasting my time and so discouraged. And I quit several times, but I always came back to it again because I think it's my true passion. So I just wanted to hit on one thing. If you're unprofitable still, coming from somebody who honestly just recently had the epiphany of what profitability even really is, understand this. It's all math. It's all probability. And it's discipline, because as soon as you start to shift, so let's say you find your edge, right? And an edge is just whatever it is that you find in the market that you can exploit, right? Your strategy, your psychology, that you can replicate over and over and over and over again. That's your edge. The craziest thing about trading is the moment that you skew that edge just a tiny bit, you've already skewed your control, basically, right? So let's say you trade the same setup over and over and over again, right? You're just a breakout and retest. Let's just say something simple like a breakout retest. You have the same criteria that you go through every single time: top-down analysis, two time frames with the trend lines, or with the trend being the same. You wait for the breakout, and then you wait for the retest, and then you enter, and you risk the same amount, 25 for Forex, 25 pips, 30 pips, and then you just set a 1 to 2 every time. The moment you do anything different from that, it no longer is the same trade, and no longer can you you can no longer put the blame on the, you can't put the, okay, well, first of all, you can't put the blame on the market anyways, but you can't, your control is skewed. So that's what's so crazy. You have to do the same thing over and over again. And what makes that so hard is the dynamics in the market. Like, you have to know exactly what you're looking for every single time. And you have to be emotionless. Meaning, like, it's just an execution. Like, you're just putting in the order, right? And you're not expecting anything. You're not expecting for it, for it to completely hit your stop loss. You're not expecting for it to hit your take profit. You're just executing. And whatever it does, it does. And that's something that has to be developed in your brain, because as human beings, we don't it goes against everything we've been taught conventionally. Like, we want to hang on to, obviously our hard-earned money. We want to hang on to our hard-earned money. We want to hang on to our ideas, that our ideas were right and that they were supposed to work. And the truth is that it's all math. It's all probability. 60 to 70%, whatever your win rate is for your strategy that you use, is, as long as you're sticking to 100% your strategy, not varying it, is what you're going to get. You're going to get 60 to 70%. And the truth is it doesn't really matter how much you win. It matters how much you risk, and it matters how much you lose. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, it does make sense when you think about it, but it's totally counterintuitive to like what I've been taught and how everything else in the world works, right? Like, another thing about trading too is less is more. You think you want to trade, and that it's going to get you ahead, but in reality, the more you put yourself in the market, the more opportunity you give yourself to fail. And I'm sure people have noticed that. If you're watching this video, you could have made a lot, of money, or you made money on the day and you're up, and then you go and you continue because you're on this like invincible high, and then you just give it all back again, and then some. I've done that so many times. It's so frustrating. And this is why it's so important to have rules that you follow, right? A strategy with entry criteria. If it's not met, you don't trade. And then also percentages for, I swing trade. And so for me, it's percentages for the month. If I meet that percentage gain for the month, I'm done. I'm not going to try to push it and make more. I'm going to stick to my plan, because I have a whole plan in place of how to scale. This is going to be my business. So to scale my business, I'm going to stick to my percentages. I'm going to stick to my risk to rewards. I'm going to stick to my setup, because it's all mathematical and it's all proven to work, as long as I don't mess it up in here psychologically. So, and it's easier said than done. It's a skill. And the trading part's not hard. It's not hard to look at a bunch of bars. It gets old looking at it and then also being wrong, but it's just a bunch of bars on a chart. It's pattern recognition. That part's not hard. It's when the emotions get involved and you get excited at the thought of making money in the market is when it gets you. And the truth is as soon as that excitement goes away and it becomes boring to you, and it's no longer a gambling experience, but it's more so just a business transaction. You've probably heard it before called that. When it becomes boring, you're on the right path. When it becomes boring to trade, and you're doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again, that's when you're going to start seeing profitability. And so I have a free Discord. It's a community. I put it in the link, or the link in the bio of my account here on YouTube. But I will say it's a small community right now, and I just post all of my trades. I post them live as I take them. I do reviews on them. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's it. If you guys have any questions about anything, just post it in the comments in this video, or hop in the Discord with me and a couple others, and trying to grow the Discord, and honestly just make a genuine community. Like, I don't know, I'm not gonna name names or say whatever, but like the trading industry is sad because there's just a lot of liars, and a lot of deceivers, and a lot of sell the dreamers to people that want to achieve that, and hopefully I can be used differently in the trading space, and hopefully help some people along as well. Also being completely transparent that I'm not by any means a professional trader, let alone, I'm at the crux right now, really, is where I'm at. I've just figured it out. And now it's just going to be discipline to put it in place and have a whole scaling plan. But I figured what better way to really go about it than to hold myself accountable with with this channel, and with a community, with helping other people do the same thing. So that's it. Until the next one.